Good morning, laddies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the wrong one. This one. So, welcome to the custom card review of the. I always put card car. So yeah, so because they both are supposed to be two separate things that are cards, like in Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and cars are like vehicles. So like this one is car D. We're going to go over the archetype that plays around the like its effect. Basically, like if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the car D is a Earth level 2 machine effect monster. It can't be it can't be special summoned, but during your main phase 1, if this card is or was normal summoned this turn, you can tribute this card, draw 2 cards, then it becomes the end phase of this turn. You cannot special summon and during the turn you activate this effect. So I kind of played around with it, like the whole archetype of it is plays around with like most cards play around that effect, but so let's start with the characters. Then so let's start with Rich Girl of the Card Car. She's a Earth level 4 effect or warrior effect monster. If your opponent if your turn ends because or if your turn becomes an end phase by the effects of a card car monster from anywhere, you can reveal this card from your hand, shuffle it into the deck, then skip your opponent's draw phase until the end of or until the next turn. If your opponent activates a card effect while this card is in your deck, you can pay 100 life points and special summon this card to your field in attack mode. If it does, then negate that card effect or attack and then make this turn become the end phase of this turn. You take no damage from battles involving this card. So yeah. So when I said play around, I don't like the getting around its downside of losing your turn. If you had this, like normal summon it, you can use her effect to use her effect to basically the to destroy like monsters. So like if you use her, shuffle her into the deck, not summon, because it's basically this card's is not allowing the cards to be like special summoned the turn. So yeah. So most of these cards have that similar effect. So then but except for this one. Sprayer of the cardcar is a fire level 4 machine effect monster. Yeah. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can select one card from anywhere, add it to your hand. If it does, then inflict damage. It's supposed to say like 3,000 damage to your opponent. Inflict damage to your opponent's turn, but somehow, yeah. Once per turn during either player's turns, you can shuffle 2 cards from your graveyard or battlefield or hand into the deck. Inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent's life points. For each card from the deck by this effect. So basically 2,000. So yeah. And then if this card is sent to the grave or battlefield, you can shuffle this card into the deck. Normal summon one cardcar monster from anywhere except this card to your field in attack mode. If it does, then you draw 3 cards from the top of your deck. So it's basically like searching out this card, and I weaken it down to normal summon it. So it bypasses the can't be special summon and effect. So yeah. So then you can use its, because you can because once it's sent to the grave, it means it has built-in Sangan. So basically you can tribute it in to search out it. Yeah. So then now we got, yeah. And then the cardcar R. It's a fire type, level 4 machine effect monster. Sorry. If card gets activated that makes your turn end, you can reveal this card from your hand. Shuffle this into the deck. Then your opponent must discard 3 cards from the top of their deck to the graveyard. If it does, then skip your opponent's skip the battle phase until the next turn. So basically it's saying like skips your opponent's battle phase. You can only use this effect for once per turns, and if your opponent activates a card effect, then inflicts damage to your life points. You can discard this card from your hand to the graveyard, negate that card effect instead, and then banish it to the banish zone. If it does, then your opponent in its turn becomes the end phase. So yeah. So basically, because some cards, like this one, like the card D needs like R, so it's probably the next card that I'll do is I, like an ink, like grayish, inkish thing. Because the there's no like special cards that supports this card specifically. So that's what I created 3 of these cards for it. Because the card R allows you to basically reveal it, then shovel it into the deck, and then your opponent discards 3 cards and plus skips the opponent's battle phase. And then and a rich girl allows you to basically reveal her, shovel her into the deck, and then skips your opponent's battle or draw phase. So basically, your opponent has the 2 phases: main phase 1 and the end phase, because of And then there's this one that allows you to basically shuffle 2 cards into the deck to inflict damage, but if it got sent, it normal summons like this or one of these 2. So yeah. Plus, you can add or draw 3 cards. So basically you go +2 or +3 even. So yeah. So basically, this entire archetype that I'm creating supports the cardcar D. Yeah. And yeah. So because it plays around with the mechanic of its effect of so like all these, like rich girl is supposed to be like a buyer of it, like buying cars. There's one. And not letting anyone else get anything. Plus you can pay 1,000 life points, special summon her. Basically, you pay $100 to have a rich girl back on to the field. If it does, then negate that card effect. So it's basically like rich, like walked over, or like she walks over, grabs like the power battery or like the keys from someone else and tosses them away. Yeah. And then plus you don't take damage from her, so it's basically like if your opponent uses it's basically like so yeah, the sprayer is basically allows you to, it's basically a searcher card, like searches out like card D one and inflicts damage to your opponent's life points. I did change the card effect before, but I forgot to upload it to the newer text one. And yeah, so basically, plus the cardcar R is a is a powerful effect. And like the last part where if your opponent activates a card effect that inflicts damage to your opponent's or to your life points, you can discard this card from your hand. Basically, it's a hand trap. Basically, when you discard it, there's like a little animation of that I really want to create, but I don't know how to. And make it so that once you discard it, you're basically getting inside of a vehicle and like having, yeah, protection from it. So yeah, these are the only three cards that I did. So I know it's probably a little bit too much to support one card. That's cardcar D. Anyone? But I think that I need to do the, because you know how to spell drive, right? So we got a D, we got a R. I'll give you a hint. Because R, I, like in letter I, and then a V, and then E, I think. Drive. Yeah. So if you guys want me to do more of like adding, I'm thinking about adding trap cards and spell cards so that because it doesn't say you need to like place the cards and then end your turn. Boom. It doesn't say like, oh, you need to activate this card to activate another card, or yeah. So if you guys want me to do more of these custom cards, like I already did a rich girl and then the sprayer. Now I'm currently working on is a repairman and like repairman and of the car. Yeah. I don't know what its effects will be. So please stay tuned on that. So yeah. But who would you choose? Or like, I know there's a lot of custom support for the like Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician, and all of those ones. But I said, you know what? I just thought of the cardcar D into an archetype because got it, but there's no like getting around it summoning thing, like the not summoning sickness, but more of like its effect. So that's why I created this archetype to go around, get around its effects basically. Because some of these cards, like this one, is pretty cool. So if you guys want me to do more of these, yeah. I was going to do a 7-layered fish-ish thing. But I was like, you know what? It's too much into aqua one and fish support thing. Like the waters already has too many support, so I go back to this one. So yeah. So this is the example car. So we got the R, Herm. And then, yeah, we got D, then R. Next letter will be I, E, and then V, and then E. Because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Yeah. So, if you guys want me to do any like card, car, herm, like name artworks, let me know in the comments below. And I might do the updated version of this, so stay tuned on it. So, peace.